Hey, this is Matt for AVNation.tv. We are here at CEDIA Expo 2018 in lovely San Diego, California. We are in the Creative Labs booth with Paul. Paul, how you doing?
Good, good.
Paul, we just walked into your demo room here and sat down, listened to a demo on your new X-Fi Sonic Carrier.
Right.
Two things. One, before you walked in, I kind of picked it up. It is incredibly heavy. Like it is not. It's not your standard soundbar that feels light and like a little soundbar. It's a beefy product.
Right.
Tell us about it. Tell us about the construction and how you went about designing this.
Okay, the reason why it's heavy is because we use very good material. First of all, it's not made of plastic, it is aluminum. Okay? It's anodized CNC machine aluminum to give it a very nice, smooth and polished look. And every one of the driver channels has got a compartment, right? So you can see over there are
individual sealed?
Yes, and inside this compartment, every one of the drivers has got its own housing. So it's optimized the power and prevent interference.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so, and we have really some serious hardware. For instance, we have 8 CPUs inside, each one of them with a dedicated function. One of them to handle the 4K video playback, one to handle the DTS and Dolby Atmos decoding, another one to handle the Bluetooth, one for the mic, and one for the audio processing, and another one called EAX to process from stereo to multi-channel audio.
That's something I wanted to ask you about because obviously it does Atmos, and we just sat through an Atmos demo that was very good. One of the things that you also showed to us was a standard 2-channel audio mix that is then up-converted to 7.1, correct? One, how are you doing that? And why is that such an important thing to be able to go from stereo to 7.1?
Yes, that's a very good question. Now, for most soundbars, they are only about this long. So when we listen to music, we are very sensitive to stereo panning, and stereo, we want to have a good sound stage. And a soundbar being only of this distance, you can only hear the sound left and right here. The moment you are out, everything seems to be coming from your left, and if you are this way, everything is coming from your right. So we have a physical constraint, as you can see from there, the left channel and the right channel. We want to be able to use audio DSP to expand the audio stage. In other words, push the speakers further apart. So this technology called Super Wide X-Fi does two things. Number one, it takes a stereo stream, irrespective of quality. It could be a very lossy, very compressed YouTube audio. And the first thing this technology does is to revitalize the audio, to bring it back to 24-bit glory by reintroducing into it all the information that we deem it is lost during the compression stage. That's number one. So you're going to hear a lot more details for the bass, mids, and the highs. So number two, we will take these two channels and intelligently upmix it into 7.1 channel. And that's why you hear the left and right speakers being further apart, and you hear a lot of ambience, and you feel as if you're in a concert hall.
It really, I gotta say, sitting through that demo, because if we had just talked about it, I would have believed you. But hearing it really changes that conversation. Because so much of the content that, for example, the young kids and teenagers are listening to is coming from YouTube, is coming from these other channels where it's not encoded. Is that what drove that X-Fi expansion?
Yes. In fact, that's exactly the reason why we wanted to have this. Because, first of all, Creative has all the audio technology that we have amassed in the 90s during the Sound Blaster era, and we have perfected it into this Super Wide X-Fi. And we wanted to use this to enhance the kind of audio experience that today's generation of users, internet generation, enjoy. And usually it is streaming audio or even through YouTube.
And again, highly compressed.
Yes.
Very good. One of the things I noticed is it does come with a soundbar. Tell us a little bit, a subwoofer. The soundbar comes with a subwoofer. When we start talking about the subwoofer, how is that connected? How is that going into the system?
Okay. Now, the main unit itself has got two options to connect to the subwoofer. number one, wireless, which is its original intent.
Okay.
Number two is to use cable.
Okay.
The cable is actually for those people who are very fastidious about, I don't want any lag because I'm using it for gaming. I want the sound to be fantastic and all that. So we have both options. Okay. Primarily, it was designed to be wireless, meaning you can put the subwoofer in front or to the back.
Right.
Okay. And because of the distance from the main unit to the subwoofer, we have this calibration which takes care of the potential latency.
Okay.
Okay. So that will solve all this problem.
Fantastic.
Okay.
When we start talking about the Atmos capabilities of this, what other, what are the decode options in this? Is it just Atmos? Are we talking DTSX? Anything else?
Yes. Right now, the Sonic Carrier supports both Dolby Atmos and DTSX decoding, meaning from Dolby Atmos and DTSX all the way down.
Thanks, Paul. If people want to find out more about the X-Fi and all the other products that Creative Labs has, where can they find that?
Simple. soniccarrier.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your time. For more footage from the show floor or to learn more about AVNation, please visit avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.